Somebody must be high. Please welcome Brennan Utle.
I kind of had a hard time picking what to read for this one because the thing that I'm working on right now is set in a festival, which I feel like Drugs and Fantasies is kind of, all over the place. So I just picked something from the beginning. Further down from the porta potties, other festival goers were still waking up, unzipping their vinyl screens and stepping out into the post-dawn air. Fragments of noise clattered around the camp's massive expanse, a towel being shaken out, the crying of a young child whose parents had run out of earplugs, the listless sigh of a man stretching his arms as he rose from his tent to greet the sunshine that was already splattering yellow pillars of sun across the cluttered landscape. The senseless chatter of these voices and sounds accumulated into a dull hum, the noise of which carried its way past Tatooine and Double R's diner through a cloud of flies and into the Bikini Bottom RV camp where Lucas Dresden and his many other campmates still slept. The sounds of camp combined with an early morning ray of sunlight mischievously slicing through the RV screen window and in unison woke Lucas Dresden from his slumber. He came awake sitting up faster than the RV's kitchen table would allow and causing it to topple from the metal rod below, flinging him forward onto the kitchenette, pots and pans flying, clanging onto the fake oak linoleum floor, a box of off-brand cornflakes sliding off the table and into his brother's friend Drew Carr's gaping mouth, choking him awake with a series of troubled grunts. The cacophony of noise shook the vehicle, also waking Lucas's best friend Rick Morales and Lucas's brother Mark's other friend, Joe Mills, who suddenly screamed out, "What the fuck, Lucas?" Mark, Lucas's older brother, jumped out of bed at the RV's end, infuriated at the calamity of being awakened early on the festival's last day. "Lucas!" he exclaimed, stomping through the vehicle in a half-drunk, half-hungover rage, moving so sporadically that he also unexpectedly tripped over the tabletop, now tilted at a 45-degree angle, falling well over Lucas and onto Drew, who was turning blue deep in an off-brand cornflake coma. The impact of the fall shot the flakes of corn out of his throat, along with a quick rush of bile that blubbered onto Mark's wife beater. "I'm gonna beat your ass!" Mark vowed to Lucas as he struggled to his feet. Lucas scrambled on his belly, kicking his legs out behind him, inadvertently just missing Mark's face, scraping the bottom of the table against the metal rod beneath him as he hurled himself into the tiny restroom. Mark rose from his feet, still fuming, and snatched Lucas's ukulele from the many items that littered the kitchenette. "I'm gonna fuck up your shit if you don't come out so I can beat your ass," Mark continued to shout. "Leave him alone, he's trying to take a wee-wee," Joe Mills squeaked with mocking dramatics. "Yeah, I think he has the diarrhea, Mark, the runs, the brown mamba." Drew also chimed in, already recovering from his off-brand cornflake-induced near-death experience. "Before I smash your shit," Mark called from directly outside the restroom door, "I'm gonna play you a song." He strummed the ukulele and sang, "Lucas, he stinks, as much as his breath, you better come out so I can beat your ass." He sang this over and over again, Joe and Drew rolling with laughter on top of their floor-level sleeping bags. Rick, Lucas's friend of the bunch, rolled his eyes above them on the RV's couch. In one swoop, Mark smashed the ukulele against the restroom's plastic door, immediately regretting the decision, but embracing it nonetheless. "That's what you get, dickweed," he snarled. He grabbed his flask, threw on a shirt from his duffel bag, thrust open the refrigerator door in search of a six-pack, which he immediately located, and commended his boys, Drew and Joe, to begin their day. Lucas still huddled in the bathroom all the while. "All right, gentlemen," Mark stammered out at Joe and Drew. "Early to rise, early to fuck." They started howling almost instinctively and exited the RV, slamming the door behind them. Lucas waited for a few moments in the tiny bathroom, burning with shame. He flushed the toilet, the suction of the metal bowl sucking in blue soapy liquid and filling the vehicle with a sudden venomous rushing sound. He sullenly opened the RV's restroom door, lifted back up the tabletop and mattress, and looked over at Rick. They paused for a few moments in silence. "I'm sorry, man," Rick blankly reassured him. "He's such an asshole." I didn't even know how to play it anyways." He forced a wooden smile and slumped back atop the mattress. "I've got something that might cheer you up." Rick unzipped the backpack, pulling out his pipe, a bubbler. "Thought you might have a little taste for the bubblies?" "Let's do it," Lucas sighed. Seeing the bowl already filled, he grabbed the pipe from him and took a long drag from it, letting the smoke collect in the bubbler before taking in the big monster. He let it out through his nose, which was typically his style, feeling like a fire-breathing dragon. He smiled, finally brightening. The commotion of the morning was already forgotten, and the two continued to lounge, considering what to do with the rest of their last day at the Enlist Festival of Music, Arts, and Technology. The tech stuff seemed really cool today, Rick said, pulling out the festival schedule of events. The tech tent only had 3 or 4 events per day, consisting of TED Talk-esque lectures designed around Steve Jobs' famous Apple launch monologues. But if we're going to go, we're going to have to get first in line. Wait, sorry guys, we're reading this wrong. But if we're going to go, we're going to have to get in line first thing after this. He read off the tech tent's event descriptions in order, trying to inflect a nonchalant but engaging voice to subtly convince his friend to go with him. A Present-Future series, Day 4, Lecture 1. Calligraphy, Artificial Intelligence, and the Future of Humanity, a presentation by Franklin Stein. Begin our final day together with an absolute scientific knockout. Franklin Stein is an engineer, independent researcher, and inventor known in the industry for his many contributions to holographic technologies. He's even one of the engineers that makes the festival's Holo Lounge possible. During his presentation, Stein will introduce a form of technology which he calls holographic consciousness, a complex but extremely useful combination of calligraphy and artificial intelligence that may fundamentally change the way in which we live our everyday lives. Lecture 2, Nostalgia for the Present, Living in Virtual Worlds, a presentation by Natalie Wiseman. Natalie Wiseman is the developer of the Cafe Nostalgia virtual reality headset, the technology that makes Cafe Nostalgia's tints and genius simulation experience a reality. For more about this, check out the Cafe Nostalgia exhibit, 60s Medley, a virtual tour through popular music's golden era at 2:30. Dylan Goes Electric at 5, and Jimi Hendrix Live from Woodstock at 8. Wiseman has given festival attendees access to virtual experiences of legendary concerts throughout history, a true pioneer in her field. However, in this presentation, she will introduce new, broader applications for her innovative VR headsets and how these innovations will forever transform the way we experience the world. Lecture 3, The Endless Possibilities of Consciousness, VIP Exclusive Access, a presentation by Jonathan Blairhart. This exclusive presentation is sponsored by Bucksmore Industries, Enlist's corporate sponsors. Unfortunately, true to Enlist's brilliant ad campaign is your name on the Enlist. This presentation is extremely exclusive, and therefore this overview is shrouded in secrecy. However, it is an essential opportunity. If you are a VIP member, do not miss this. Blairhart will soon be giving a lecture on an extremely important transformation in human consciousness that will soon be taking hold of the human race. What is this transformation? You'll have to be a VIP member to find out. Well, what do you think? That last one sounds ominous as hell. Maybe we could try to sneak in. The security's got to be bonkers. Well, maybe we can find a way.